day everyone, and now we're back again to our next lesson about cell, and this is all about the parts and the functions of the cell. Okay, are you ready guys? Okay, thank you guys. And first, let us just review or recall some key points about our first topic, which is entitled the concept of cell theory. Is that okay with you? Okay. So, we all know that us, humans, are made up of trillions of cells, right? And also, cells can be thought of as tiny packages that contain mini factories, warehouses, transport systems, and power plants. Cells can function on their own. Always remember that. Creating their own energy, the self-replicating. Always remember, the cell is the smallest unit of life that can replicate. That can replicate. Okay? And also, in the history, Robert Hooke first discovered cells in what year? Okay, that's great. 1665. Okay? He gave them their name because they resembled the celia, or the Latin word for small rooms. Okay? Also remember, celia is the Latin word for small rooms, where monks live in the monasteries. Okay? And also, today we will talk about what are the parts, or what are the things inside the cell. Okay? So today, different cell types can look widely different and carry out very different roles within the body. For instance, a sperm cell resembles a tadpole. A female egg cell is spherical, and nerve cells are essentially thin tubes. Despite their differences, they often share certain structures. Always remember, despite of their differences, they often share contain structures. These are referred to as organelles, or mini organs, and this is the first part of the cell. This is the part of the cell that we will tackle. The nucleus. Nucleus secures the cell's DNA while also overseeing all other cellular functions like cell division, growth, protein creation, and cell death. And also, the nucleus is separated from the rest of the cell by a membrane called the nuclear envelope. Nuclear pores within the membrane allow through small molecules and ions, while larger molecules need transport proteins to help them through. Okay, that is the nucleus. Okay guys, and also karagdagan po, the nucleus can be thought of as the cell's headquarters. Always remember, ang headquarters po ng cell is the nucleus. The nucleus contains the majority of the cell's DNA. Always remember that. Or we can call it a small amount is housed in this mitochondria. And also, the nucleus sends out messages. Always remember, the nucleus sends out messages to tell the cell to grow, divide, or die. Okay? That's the function of the cell. And the second part that we will tackle is all about the ribosomes. And ribosomes make proteins by putting together amino acid sequences in accordance with the genetic codes instructions. And also, in the nucleus, DNA is transcribed into RNA or the ribonucleic acid. Okay? A molecule similar to DNA, which carries the same message. Ribosomes read the RNA and translate it into protein by sticking together amino acids in the order defined by the RNA. And some of the ribosomes float freely in the cytoplasm. Always remember that. And the others are attached to the ER, or what we call the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay? That's the second part of the cell. And the third part of the cell is the mitochondria. Okay? So sorry for the spelling. Okay, sorry for the spelling. Yeah, may I just correct. That is the mitochondria. The majority of the energy generated by mitochondria is used by cells to power their metabolic activities. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of cell. Remember the keyword? The powerhouses of cells, where they do respiration. Okay? That is the mitochondria. And also, often referred to as the powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria help turn energy from the food that we eat into energy that the cells can use. Okay, however, mitochondria have a number of other jobs, including calcium storage, and a role in a cell death, or what we call apoptosis. So remember, we can call the cell death or the apoptosis. Okay? And next part of the nucleus or the cell is the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay? The endoplasmic reticulum or the ER processes molecules within the cell and helps transport them to their final destination. In particular, you know that endoplasmic reticulum is the network of membranes within a cell that processes the transport new materials. The rough ER and the smooth ER are the two forms of endoplasmic reticulum. Always remember, there are two forms of endoplasmic reticulum. One is the smooth ER, and two is the rough ER. Okay? And the ER is made up of the elongated sacs called cisternae held together by the cytoskeleton, and also, in particular, it synthesizes. Also remember, the endoplasmic reticulum, it synthesizes, folds, modifies, and transport proteins. Endoplasmic reticulums, its main work is to transport proteins. Okay po? And the next part of our cell is the Golgi Apparatus. Okay? Once molecules have been processed by the ER, they travel to the Golgi Apparatus. The Golgi Apparatus is sometimes considered the post office of the cell. So remember, kung meron tayong headquarters, meron din tayong post office. At ang post office natin ay ang Golgi Apparatus. Yan. Ang Golgi Apparatus, sabi din po dito, where items are packaged and labeled. Once materials leave, they may be used within the cell or taken outside of the cell for use elsewhere. Okay? Yun po yung use ng Golgi Apparatus. At sabi po niya dito, the Golgi Apparatus receives newly produced chemicals after they leave the ER. Okay? Sabi dito, this is a collection of flattened membrane-bound sacs that package and transport materials to the cell's outer membrane. Okay po. That is the Golgi Apparatus. The next part is the lysosomes. Lysosomes are spherical organelles that contain digesting enzymes. Their primary function is to break down and recycle undesired materials in the cell, such as old cell pieces or bacteria and viruses that have invaded. And also, sabi din dito, did you know that the both lysosomes and peroxisomes are essentially bags of enzymes? Lysosomes contain enzymes that break down, sabi nga po kanina, large molecules, including old parts of the cells and foreign materials. Okay? That is lysosomes. The next part is the plasma membrane. The cell membrane regulates which chemicals enter and exit the cell, as well as separating the cell's interior from its surroundings. So that's the image of plasma membrane. Okay? And also, did you know that the plasma membrane contains a range of receptors? May mga receptors po ang plasma membrane, which carry out the number of tasks including being, number 1, also remember, gatekeepers. Number 2, markers. Number 3, communicators. And number 4, fasteners. First, gatekeepers. Why? Some receptors allow certain molecules through and stop others. Okay? Kaya siya naging gatekeepers. And number 2, markers. Why? These receptors act as name badges. Name badges, informing the immune system that they are part of the organism and not a foreign invader. Okay? Kaya siya natawag na marker. And number 3 is the communicators. Kung bakit siya natawag ng communicators, is all about, it is because some receptors help the cell communicate with other cells and the environment. Okay? Yan. Kung bakit siya tawag na communicators. And number 4, lastly, the fasteners. Why? Because some receptors help bind the cell to its neighbors. Okay? Also, dito din po tayo sa cytoplasm. Sabi dito that cytoplasm is a jelly-like material that fills the space within cells. Many cellular functions take place in the cytoplasms, which surrounds and protects the cell's organelles. Hindi ko na po masyadong i-broad kasi andito na po ang kanyang meaning. Siya daw po yung, dito po sa place na to, sa cytoplasm, nagpa-function or yung mga important roles ng cells. Okay? And also, it protects the cell's organelles. Yan po ang cytoplasm. And that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening. And also, whatever happens sa lahat po ng nangyayari sa ating paligid, let us just focus, let us just think positive, and also have faith in God. Sa lahat ng ating gagawin, let us put love, okay? So, thank you guys. Let us achieve great things. Let us just focus sa ating goal, okay po? So, once again, I am Jeremiah Salvador Tuliao from the College of Education, the Philippine College of Science and Technology, and greeting you a great day. So thank you and God bless.